Hi everyone. In today's class, we are going to learn about example of a Hunt's algorithm. Before going to learn this example, first of all, I would explain about pure node and impure node. What is pure node and what is impure node here? If suppose there is an attribute, that attribute name is assume that attribute name is result. Okay, this is the attribute whichever we want to test. This result attribute, okay, class or result attribute or result class may have two class labels. One class label is class 0, second class label is class 1. These two class labels also you may call, this is no, which means result no, or it may be fail. You may write fail or no. This may be yes or pass. Okay, if you consider an attribute that is called result, this result attribute may have two class labels. One class label is no, or it may be fail, or it may be class 0. It can be represented by using either one of these. This class label is called S. S may be pass, or you may call it as class 1. Assume you may call it as class 1. Okay, these are the two class labels of a result. Okay, now what is a pure node here? What is a pure node here? Pure node means if you perform test on a particular attribute, if you perform any test on a particular attribute, okay, that attribute would give the result of 0, 8, which means 8 is a total number of records at this place. From this place onwards, here you have 8 number of records are there. Within this 8 number of records, if you perform the test, okay, number of no's or class 0, under the class 0 you may get 0, and under the class 1 you may get 8 records, which means under yes you have 8 number of records, which means 8 number of students are passed, 0 number of students are failed. Suppose in your table there are 8 number of students are there. You are going to give the results to them. I mean, you are going to assess the results to them. So the 8 number of students are passed, okay, 0 students are failed, isn't it? So these kinds of nodes are called pure node, which means one of the class label should be 0. One of the class label should be 0. That kind of node is called pure node. Not only this one, you may take reverse order. Okay, you may take like this also. 8 number of nodes under fail, 0 number of nodes under pass. You may assume like this also. But here we have 1 0, isn't it? 1 0. So among the total number of records, you may get one node as 0, another node as full number of records. Then that kind of node is called a pure node. Coming to the impure node in the sense the number of records. I mean, if you have 8 number of students, means 5 students are passed, 3 students are failed. Okay, if you get the values like these nodes are called impure nodes. Here whenever you will get the impure nodes, next further you are going to divide this particular, I mean, from this node onwards you are going for a test of another attribute. Okay, whenever we will get the pure node, so then that pure node is considered as a leaf node. No need for the attributes checking at the pure nodes. But if you will get the impure nodes, okay, if you will get a impure node, at that place onwards you are going to consider or you are going to check for some other attributes, right? And low degree impurity. Low degree impurity in the sense the difference between the two classes would be more. 8 minus 1, almost 7. Okay, so the difference between the two nodes, I mean two class labels, is more than that kind of node is called a low degree impurity. Coming to the high degree impurity node, if the difference between two nodes are very low, either it may be 0 or it may be 1, this kind of nodes are called sorry, this is 7, it's not 8. Okay, suppose 4 and 4, here the difference between these two class labels are 0, isn't it? So these kinds of nodes are called high degree impurity. Clear? So pure node, impure node, low degree impurity, and high degree impurity. Based on these tests only, here we are going to construct a decision tree in Hunt's algorithm, right? Okay. Now this is the training. This is the training data set. Okay, now we are going to discuss about example of Hunt's algorithm. Here you have the training data set. This training data set has the class labels or more than one class label is there. First class label is no, second class label is yes. So see, these are the, now this is the actual class which we are going to test. Here, this is the result. Okay, cheat. So this is the table. This table is for to finding whether that particular person is a cheater or not. If the class label is no, he may not a cheater. If the class label is yes, he may a cheater. This is the training data set for knowing that about the persons based on their features. That features are refund, marital status, and taxable income. These are the three features. By what checking these three features, we are going to okay. We are going to say whether that particular person is cheater or not. Okay, this is the training data set we have. In this training data set, the cheater has two class labels. One class label is no, second class label is yes. Here we are having two class labels. One is no, second one is yes. First of all, we would calculate the class labels here. Okay, so how many number of no's are there? How many number of s are there? Okay, how many number of no's and how many number of s are there? In this particular, in this table, total 7 number of no's are there. Under the cheat class, here we are having no data objects are or class labels are 7 are there out of 10. The remaining 3 are s. So now we are in step 1. Under this step 1, how many number of no's are there? 7 number of no's are there. Okay. How many number of S are there? 3 out of 10 records. Okay. 7 comma 3. So the highest value is 7. 7 in the sense no's. No means that particular person is not a cheater, isn't it? So this is the default value. Okay, not value. This is the here the table has a default class label has no. Okay, we are expecting the default class label or we are expecting the class label is no. Okay, so that is first step. In first step here we have checked the total number of class labels. I mean total number of class labels. I mean here how many number of no's are there and how many number of s's are there. So here 7 number of no's are there and 3 number of s are there under this table, isn't it? And coming to the second step, now we are going to starting the construction of a tree. decision tree. Okay. In step 2, here I'm going to take refund as a root node. Okay, refund as a root node for my okay. This is a root node. Under this root node, how many number of branches are there? 2 branches, or you may consider as okay, you may consider as branches or data what data object. Okay, so better to write text. The text is here okay, this is a root node. And what are the branches you have under the root node? One is S, second one is no. Only 2 data objects are there under the refund attribute. One is yes, second one is no. Here I am going to consider this branch as S and this branch as no. Okay, now we are going to calculate the class labels under yes, the class labels under no. Okay, our final target is to find out the class labels, isn't it? Now our final target is to find out the class labels. So class label under yes, now we are going to take the class label under yes. So if it is a refund attribute, there are 3 number of S's are there. One is 1, 2, 3. 3 S. 3 S attributes data objects are there under refund attribute. So under this 3, how many number of class labels are there? Check it out. Either how many number of no's are there and how many number of S are there. We are going to know now. I mean, okay. Now we are going to identify the number of no's and the number of S. The number of S under a yes data object of refund. Okay, right. Here also under no also here we are going to find out how many number of no's, the number of identify, the number of S under the no. So here under the refund 3 number of S's are there. Under first S, what is the class label? It is no. What it is? It is no. Okay. One no is there. Under S, second class label. This is also no, which means 2 no's are there. Okay, under S, here also we found that class label is no only. So 3 no's are there, isn't it? So here you can write 3. Okay, under S data object, 3 number of no's are there. These are the class labels. How many S's are there? No, there is no S. Under S category, there is no S, isn't it? So right here you can represent with 0. 3, 0. In the same manner, here we are going to count under no. Okay. How many number of no's are there under refund? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 no's are there, isn't it? Under these 7 no's, how many number of class label no's are there? And how many number of class label S's are there? You need to find out. First one, no. Okay, no, and no, 2, no, 3, no, 4. 4 number of no's are there. These are the class label no's. Okay. And automatically here S 1, 2, 3. Right? 3 S's are there. So out of 7 no's, here 4 are the no class label and 3 are the S class label. This is how we should represent the decision tree. And if you will check this particular node, okay, if you will check this particular node, this node is called a pure node. What is this node? This node is called pure node. Why? Because here we have the values of 3, 0. 3, 0 in the sense Okay, among two class label, one class label would be represented with 0, isn't it? So this kinds of node is called a pure node. Whenever you will get the pure node, this particular node would be represented as, okay, class label, isn't it? This particular node is also called as a leaf class, not leaf node. This node is also called as leaf nodes. Which nodes are the pure nodes? Those nodes are the external nodes or leaf nodes. Here we are not going to divide further. Whenever we will get the pure node, that node should be represented with a leaf node. This is the final class label of this. No is the final class label under refund yes. Okay. And whenever we will get impure nodes, this is 4, 3. This is one of the impure node. So whenever we will get the impure nodes, then we are going to test for further attributes within a table, right? So 4, 3. Now how many number of attributes are there? More 2 attributes are there. One is marital status, second one is taxable income. Now I am going to take the attribute as marital status. Okay. So for this, now we are in the step 3. Okay, now we are in step 3. In step 3, you can draw this diagram as it is. So for that, this is refund. And after that, this is marital status. And then this is a class label. And under marital status, again, we have 2 number of things. Okay. If you will observe this one, this is already we have represented with pure node. No need to go for this. No need to check. Actually, you may just to strike off these pure nodes. Okay, just this is a yes no. This is no. Okay. So first of all, strike off these S from the table. Why? Because this is already we got pure node. Whenever we'll have a data object is yes under refund, those for those S here this is S now. So under the S you got already right. Under yes, you got already pure node. That pure node values I have striked from this table. Why? Because just for avoid a little bit confusion from this table. To avoid little bit confusion from this table, just I have strike off this. Why? Because already we got pure node about the refund is yes. This is pure node. This is a leaf node. No, that's why I have strike off this. Now, okay. refund is, if refund is no, then you may get the 7 number of impurity. Okay, 7 number of records are impurity. 4 is under no, 3 is under yes, isn't it? So based on this, now at the place of this no, I'm going to check another attribute. Another attribute is marital status. Okay, what is another attribute here? This is a marital status. When I'm going to check this marital data, when the refund data object is no, isn't it? How many refund data objects under no? Seven are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, isn't it? Only now we are going to check for these 7 records only, not for all. Clear? Okay. So now I'm going to check this marital status for only 7 records of refund no. Okay. So in this, under the marital status, I have some objects. What are those objects? One is married, second one is single, third one is divorced. 3 kinds of objects are there under a marital status. But okay, now I am going to take 2 objects is as one branch, that is S and D, which means single and divorced is one branch and married is another branch. Here 3 number of data objects are there. Under these 3 number of data object, under one branch I am going to check 2 data objects. Under the second outcome I am going to check only married, isn't it? So first of all, we are going and checking about married. Okay, marital status is married and the refund is no. We have only total records are no problem. Okay, and what is the marital status? Whenever you have a marital status is married, now you are going to represent the number of no's and yes class labels of cheat. Okay, under the married category, how many number of no class labels are there? How many number of S class labels are there? Okay, for cheat, right? So check married. So this is a married and this is no. Okay, and under married one no is there. Next, where is the married? This is the second married. Married 2, and here you can find the class label no only. So 2 no's, and this is married. So under this married, you can find the one more class label, that is also no. So here we are having 3 objects are married. Under the 3 objects, you may find out the class labels are 3 no's. So 3 no's are there, then comma 0 y's are there. Okay. So this is the married representation. Okay. Here we got 3, 0. So 1 0 is there now. So you may say this particular node is also called as a leaf node. Why? Because here you got, okay, this is also a leaf node, second leaf node. This is one leaf node and this is second leaf node. Why? Because here we have pure node. Pure node means 0, 3, 0, or you may get 0, 3. Anyway, at least one node is one class label is represented with 0 no. So this particular node is called pure node. Whenever you will get the pure node, this node is represented as a leaf node, isn't it? This is a leaf node here. Now we are not going to divide further this leaf node. Okay, this is one leaf node and this is second leaf node. This is second leaf node. And you may strike off these values from the table to reduce your confusion. Okay, so how many number of records you may strike off? 3, 0 now. 3, 0, which means married. So number of married records are there now. We can strike off those married records. 1 married, 2 married, and 3 married. Out of 7, here I have removed 3 records. So next here we are going to check the single or divorced status. Okay, under the single, under the divorced, how many number of no class labels are there and how many number of S class labels are there. Now we are going to check this one. So under single, under divorced. See, this is single one, single, 4 records only we have, 4 records, 3 single, 1 divorced, 4 records only we have. Under this 4 records, how many number of no's are there, how many number of S are there, you need to find out. So only one no is there, only one no. The remaining 3 are the S, 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 S. Okay, 3 S and only one no. So 1 comma 3. Okay, 1 comma 3. This is the impure node. This is the 1 comma 3 is a impure node. Then now again we are going to divide this particular node with another attribute. What is the attribute? We have one more attribute in our table, that is taxable income. That is taxable income. But this taxable income has the continuous values. This taxable income has the continuous values. What you are going to do with this continuous values? Okay, let us check. First of all, now we are in step 4. Okay, this is a refund, marital status, now we are in step 4, right? After this, what is this? This is a refund, and this is yes, it is no, and this is M dot S, M dot S, marital status. This is marital status. Under this marital status, now we are going to check the taxable income. Taxable income. Right? This is marital status S and D, and this is married. Okay. After this, these are the. This is the table we have. Now this. Okay, this 3 comma. This is the 3 comma 0. This is one of the pure node or leaf node, and this is also 3 comma 0. This is another pure node or leaf node. Okay, these two are the leaf nodes or pure nodes. Now, what are the values for the taxable income? What is the taxable income values? Here, actually, in this table, we have continuous values, isn't it? Here we have continuous values are there, but it's impossible to check for continuous values. Okay, then for that, I may take some discrete values to check. Those are this total continuous data can be divided into, okay, 2 discrete values. One is less than 80K, 1 is less than 80k. I may divide this total number of continuous values into two parts. One is less than 80k. Second one is greater than or equal to 80k. Greater than or equal to 80k. These are the two values I'm going to take under this taxable income. So now how many number of records we have under this tax? Okay, only 4 records. Why? Because here 3 records over and here 3 records over, which means 6 records are completed. Out of 10 records, 6 records are represented as pure nodes. Okay, and now remaining records are 4 records. Now you are going to check the 4 records. Within that 4 records, how many records are less than 80,000? How many number of records are greater than or equal to 80,000 first? Second one is represent how many number of no's are there, no class labels are there, how many number of S class labels are there. Okay, here also same, how many number of no class labels are there, how many number of S class labels are there, you need to check. Okay, less than or less than 80k. So less than 80k means only one value is there, that is only this one. Okay, less than 80k, only 70k. Remaining 95k, 85k, 90k, right? That's why only one is there. Under this one, what is the class label? Class label is no, right? So less than 80k is only one class label is there, one node is there. That one node has only one class label. That class label is no. No is 1, and automatically what is the y value? 0. Okay. Next, greater than or equal to 80 means 3 records are there. Okay. So under these 3 records, check how many no's are there, how many yes are there. Okay. If it is 95k, 95k means what is this? S, and 85k, yes, S class label. 90k, S class label. Here we have 3 S class labels are there. This is 1, and this is 1, and this is 1. Okay. So greater than or equal to 80k, 3 S are there. 3 S class labels are there, and 0 no's are there. Okay. So this is the representation. Finally, 1, 0, 0, 3. So these two nodes are also pure nodes. So you can say that these are also leaf nodes. This is one leaf node and this is another leaf nodes. Okay, why? Because these two nodes are also pure nodes. So one of the class label is 0, isn't it? So that's why we can represent these two nodes also pure nodes. This is how we are going to construct the decision tree for the given data, given training data set. Okay, if you will count the values, okay, how many number of records total we have? 10 number of records. Whether we would construct or we would classify these 10 records purely or not. Okay, you can check. You can check whether we have classified these records are purely or not. Check here how many records are there? 3 records are there. 3 plus 1. Under this here you have 1, 4. And here also you have 3 records. 3. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 3, 10. So total 10 number of records are there. These 10 number of records are, okay, divided purely number of subsets or pure class labels we have. Okay, this is the final construction of a decision tree for this given training data set. Thank you.